Hello, are you wondering what I am doing for my planner stack for Q1 of 2022? And I had to be careful about what year I'm using. Stick around and find out. Hello, this is Katie from Crafting Ruby Dreams, and welcome to my channel where I talk about planners, goal setting, writing, publishing, and getting right with my finances. So I have had a very good idea of what I'm going to be using for my planner stack, and one of the things I would like to emphasize as to your planners and how you plan, be prepared for some things to change in your life that you are not expecting. I had been doing Vlogmas for the last couple of weeks, and this past week you've noticed likely that I have not done any videos, and that is because I just had some physical things that happened. First off, the booster shot and my reaction to it, and then followed by a bad flare-up of plantar fasciitis, which really knocked me off my game. So I am just rolling with it and adjusting my plans as necessary. I also want to emphasize that I am wired, let's say, to just roll with it when stuff like this happens. Not everyone is wired like that, and that's okay. One of the things that you can maybe do if you're not wired like that is to come up with contingency plans. And that way, if your plans get knocked out of place, you already know, okay, that's not happening. Go through the grief process, because you know what? Your plans as you had expected them to go aren't happening, and that's never fun, no matter whether you're wired to roll with it or not. It's just not fun. So go through the grief process, acknowledge the sadness and whatever you need to do to work through those feelings, and then look at what your contingency plans are and pick which one is best at that point in time. And that's how you can adjust without being wired to roll with it. I hope that gives you some ideas. Planner stack for Q1 of 2022, and I want to emphasize Q1 just because things may change for me. I'm hoping I can stick with it for at least 3 months, but if not, that's okay, and things can change up as necessary. First up, I'm going to go with the MäksēLife Daily Planner Pad. Now, this is actually going to be more of a backup version. So when I'm traveling, if I'm ever traveling during Q1, or if I need some extra space, this is what I'm going to turn to. So this is more of an accessory, like side type of planner thing, but it is a planner pad, which is why I wanted to include it here. Next up, because I'm going in order from literally smallest to largest, just so you know. Next up is the MäksēLife Companion Notebook System. Now, this is just the annual goals and instructions pamphlets. There's actually 4 other notebooks that come with it for each quarter, so I will be using one of those for Q1. I didn't even think until I was talking to include that here, but I will definitely be using this annual goals to work through my goals for 2022 and use those to draw down from for my quarterly and monthly goals. Then the MäksēLife Daily. And so this is a 3-month undated quarterly notebook, and it's got a monthly layout, a weekly overview on 1 page, and 7 individual daily layouts. Now, because it's undated, you may have some extra pages in there. That's okay. The way I plan on using it is that I'm just going to ignore the pages at the end and start the new month with a new page. This is the planner that I am going to be like living in my present with. So I have talked about in the MäksēLife Facebook group, I think. I don't know that I've talked, I think I have talked about it here, where I have the CliftonStrengths of all 3 time strengths, so past, present, and future. And going back really quickly, this annual goals is my future notebook where I do a lot of future planning and dreaming and hoping. The daily is the present. And so this is where I'm going to be living in the present, what's getting done, what's not getting done, what needs to get shifted, all of that stuff. This is not going to be my work planner, at least my full-time salaried day job planner, work planner. I am going to be doing some work stuff in it, but that's work stuff for the stuff I do outside of the day job. So I'm really looking forward to using this. Next up is the actual planner for the salaried day job, and this is an EC 7x9 daily duo. So what I use this for is to both time track what my hours are for the day for the day job, as well as the tasks that I want to try and get done over the course of the day, notes from meetings, as well as I Frankenplan in notes pages from an EC Deluxe monthly, and that is put at the beginning of the month, and then I turn it into a checklist for the weekly production work that I have to do every week. So this is how I use this particular planner. The last of my MäksēLife is the 7x9 Flagship Planner. So this is where I'm going to be doing all of my daily, weekly, monthly, and annual reflections. And this is the horizontal, which is why because I was focused on journaling, that's why I went with the horizontal. And it's really gorgeous colors. And I love how this cover in particular actually draws back on all of the colors for the daily quarterly planner that's available. Personally, I'm sticking with the teal blue, and when they release the charcoal covers, I will be going to that, but I just really love how this draws on all of those covers. So this is the past planner. And then next this is a big one. This is my printouts of the HB90 planner, and I'm going to be focusing on goal setting and using the HB90 system as basically a project management system that I will be incorporating into the how I use the quarterly daily from MäksēLife. So whereas this is going to be more of like a whole life, keeping track of making sure that I'm staying on track with various personal goals and everything, this is where I'm going to decide what I want to laser focus in on for projects that I want to do that are going to support me developing my writing publishing career, specifically publishing. Yes, writing, because I love writing, but I write to publish. So I need to focus on writing in order to get better at publishing. And so I have very specific goals in mind over the course of the year, and this system is what I'm hoping will help me focus in on those and prioritize those. So I'm going to make these work together, and I will be doing a video on how I am merging these two systems, since they are both goal setting systems. But the way I've been describing it to people is that I look at MäksēLife as a whole life goal setting system, whereas I look at the HB90 system as a project management goal setting system. And I do want to point out something about this. This is an HP cover in discs, and this is the setup that I originally had the first time I used HB90 and went through the boot camp during the first boot camp back in September of 2018. So I'm really looking forward to using this again and hopefully fulfilling the promise to myself that I made back then. That is my planner stack for 2022 quarter one. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I hope you have found this useful. Please share this with a friend that you think might also find it interesting and useful. I would greatly appreciate it. And I love how the community of Crafting Ruby Dreams is growing, and welcome to all of you for being here. It's a joy to my heart about providing you with information about how I work so that you can hopefully get something out of that. With that, I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful 2022, and may all your dreams be Ruby dreams. Bye-bye.